Hi, my name is Gerhard Schwantner, and welcome to Selling Power TV. Today, we have the great pleasure of meeting with C. Lee Smith. He's President and CEO of Sales Fuel. Welcome, Lee.
It's great to be back with you again, Gerhard.
You have a book behind your left shoulder. It's called Sales Cred. Tell us a little bit about what led to the idea and what is the book about?
You know, so many times I hear lots of sales consultants and I read lots of articles about building trust. And the thing is that in sales, you can't have trust. You cannot be the coveted trusted advisor unless you have great credibility. I define credibility really as how buyers qualify sellers. You know, as salespeople, we spend a lot of time qualifying the buyer, but it's really more important that we think about how the buyers are qualifying us, either as a company, as a product, or as a seller online before they even talk to us.
So what are the three major pillars for building credibility in sales?
The classic know, like, trust, but it's being known, it's being likable, and it's being trustworthy. But the thing to understand though is that it's not like your personal brand where once you've established it, you've established it. You actually have to build credibility with every single prospect, every single account. And there are little things that salespeople do every day that either build credibility or either take away from their credibility and give it away. And those can be things like, you know, what the content that they put into emails, how they are seen, you know, on a Zoom call, for example, what the kinds of things that they put into proposals. Do they show up and they ask a question like, tell me about your business today, instead of asking smart, relevant questions in that actually make the buyer think a little bit more about what they're doing and how they're going to go about solving that problem or achieving that goal. And if you do all of those things and you generate positive business results, outcomes, if you will, then you can get to the top of the credibility pyramid, what I call the hierarchy of sales credibility, which is what they say about you, which is all about then, of course, about the referrals, the testimonials, the recommendations, because that makes sales, as you know, so much easier for everybody.
How important is character in building credibility?
It's absolutely essential because it really touches all three of those areas about, you know, about what you're known for. Are you likable, and are you trustworthy? So character then is a common thread that runs through all of those, as well as your belief system, is what you believe in your company, your product, your sales manager, but most importantly, what you believe about yourself. And do you have those self-limiting beliefs, or do you believe very passionately about the amount of impact that you can make and about your ability to help other people? Is absolutely essential in that you be of high character. But, you know, there's the character that you're born with, but there's also then character that you can develop through intentional behavior. And so one of the great things that I like to do when consulting people on building sales credibility is that we actually take a look at then their belief system, what motivates them, how they behave. Then we take a look at the digital footprint after that, because it's the first thing that the buyer will see. Very soon after that, though, they're going to experience everything else. And, you know, if you can make it past that first level, you've got to be able then to hold and build that credibility then with the things that you say and do.
When you got the first reviews, they were obviously very, very positive. What surprised you the most?
That's a very good question. I think it's just that people hadn't really put it together, you know, because this is really about you. Yes, you're improving the win rates, you're improving your relationships. People understand and sometimes give lip service to soft skills, and so that's a big part of it. But it's really about then, you know, giving away your power, giving away your leverage, and then also building that credibility. So if you can build it in such a way that it gets passed on to other people, that's what we strive for in sales. And I think that people hadn't really made the connection then between building trust. It starts with building credibility. And if you've not done that, then with every single person, I also then think it's a little bit surprising that people hadn't really thought about before, that you start with a blank slate with everybody. You know, so it's not a personal brand. It's not like, oh, I did this video and 15,000 people saw it and everything like that. It doesn't matter if the person that you're trying to build credibility with and trying to help through the sales process, if they haven't seen that video, you know, or if, you know, if they had heard something from somebody else, you know, another business person who maybe you were trying to, you know, jam a sales through to make your quota for the month or whatever, and they weren't very happy with, you know, the solution that you promised them was not the solution that they got. And so, you know, I think it's like everyone just needs to understand it's a blank slate for every single prospect, every single account. And there are many things that you can do to build it. And it's so much easier to give it away and lose it than it is to build it.
Can you recover trust once you've lost it?
I think you've got to try. And if given the opportunity, you've got to take it. Only 1 in 4 Americans believe that salespeople are credible in the things that they say and do. And so that if you can actually turn your attention to that, what a great way to be able to stand out among all the other salespeople that are calling on the businesses that you want to do business with. It is just to really work on your credibility and to be seen as credible, by them. It's like, you've got an advantage immediately. But if you lose it, there's lessons to be learned. Don't repeat the mistake, but also then try to claw your way out, but realize that's going to take some time.
It's good advice. Thank you, Lee. For anybody who wants to learn more, go to salesfuel.com or head over to Amazon and get the new book, Sales Cred.